So guys, welcome back to another game reaction, and this one is the Rockets versus the Thunder, full game 2 highlights. And yeah, I don't know how this turned out actually. I may have seen it, but I can't remember, because obviously I've done the later game, so I may have seen it on like the sort of, maybe the commentators were talking about the result. But I can't actually remember. I have a feeling that the Rockets won, but that may just be because I'm just sort of imagining that. I don't actually know, so I might be completely wrong with that. But let's give this a watch, man. I'm intrigued to see how these players pan out. I mean, I assume Westbrook wasn't back for this one, but still, let's just see how this turns out. Because I mean, if the Rockets win without Westbrook again, god damn, they've done well, man. Because I mean, without one of your best players to just sort of possibly sweep this series, that would be an insane statement for me. But we'll check this out and see like how they do, etc. Because I'm really intrigued to see how this one pans out, man.
Here this afternoon, let's look at our starting lineups for the two teams.
Okay, so he's not there.
And the rebound goes to House. Eric Gordon gets to the rim and finishes. He was terrific on the floor for the Rockets. Steven Adams, can he make them pay?
Defenders in Tucker, James Harden, and also Eric Gordon. They do a great job of battling.
Well, Steven Adams very... You just see how they're all spaced out beyond the three-point mark, although Tucker now inside the arc. And another three-pointer goes down. Dort with his first shot. That won't go. They're just glad to have Dort back. Adams kicks it back out. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Floors like it's nothing. He's too strong.
And that's a great no call by Mark Davis. Not giving that charge call.
James Harden.
Out the other end straight away now.
He had game one.
Brutal player, bro.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a little fake.
Come on.
Defended by Gordon. Pull back jumper's good.
He defended that well, man. But he just
on Harden, who blows by him.
He just done
kicks
well
it out.
score.
Wide open Tucker.
Really
That's
well.
good. They're already 3 for 5.
The playoff experience, but obviously his main focus right now is keeping his team in this playoff experience. Mike?
Thank you, Cassidy. Jeff Green, who had with guys all the time. Mark, right?
Absolutely. I saw it, just the other day after Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell had a battle as Chris Paul knocks out
House, and it's a 3-point Rockets lead.
Come on, man.
And here comes McLemore. Good pace to this one. McLemore to Tucker, right back.
Oh, they're working nicely.
Open 3.
With another 3.
McLemore, it's
2 OP
7th year in the league. Finally got a chance to play in the playoffs. Gallinari drills the 3. Outlet to Schroeder. Schroeder struggled in game 1. And hits that jumper. Schroeder one.
It's Gallinari from Italy. It just sounds
Harden
Italian.
drives on Schroeder. The strength of Harden. Count it. And the foul. Nerlens Noel playing off him. Now drives past. Goes up.
No.
Kicks it out.
He's been done.
Nice open look to the corner. And once again, McLemore. Baisley over to Schroeder.
Oh, he's actually managed to get it still. He just fell to
the opening period.
the lucky bounce, man.
Harden chased by Paul. Rivers wide open 3-pointer. That's good.
First for the easy 3.
Chris Paul floats it inside. Good defense inside. Paul again on the follow and banks that one home. Rivers, Covington struggled in
The
game
3s
1.
are brutal,
but
man.
that
They are
three-pointer.
brutal.
It's certainly a welcome sight for this Rockets.
They've really got that a
Need
lot,
somebody
man.
to carry the offense along with Westbrook and Harden.
Pretty
His passing has improved, his 3-point shooting has improved, and his defensive decision-making has gotten better as well.
Schroeder knocks down. House had an open 2, but I don't think you're allowed to take those. Rivers will try a 3. That's good. Austin Rivers from downtown.
2 OP. It needs to be nerfed. They need to be nerfed, man. They are ridiculous with that.
Austin Rivers.
Again.
Moore, we certainly want to talk back at him. He got on his feet and was yelling back and proud
I
of
swear
his
they score
player
more
out there for hitting that
3-pointers
big
than
3, guys.
like
Baisley
normal, like
cashed
2.
me out during the bubble.
No, it's just
We
crazy,
had
like
it
shots
mic'd
in the
up for a
paint.
game, and
Or
he was
in the-
announcing while he was sitting on the bench, and that's his 3. Oh! Austin Rivers flies to the rim.
See, they're expecting the 3. Now he's like, nah, I'm driving into the paint now, boys.
Oh, 3-pointer in and out. Fight for the rebound. Adams using his good hands. Paul's going to get another look. Takes a bounce, fires, and hits.
Nice. They're still there, man.
Rivers one-on-one
Thunder,
with Nate.
close one. This is real close.
Gordon drives to the rim with such force, banks it home. We talk about Harden's strength. Boy, Eric Gordon is strong when he goes Alexander and Chris Paul.
That's the thing, because teams like, and they are so sort of the amount of threes that they score is ridiculous. Teams probably feel like it's probably like hard to predict when they are going to drive into the paint, because like them sort of situations there must be relatively rare when you're facing them. So you're sort of predicting them to sort of shoot on the free, like shooting threes still, and then they drive in. It must be really confusing, because especially when they are so sort of focused on the threes. Harden with 6
point
points.
guard monster has been so successful for this team. Schroeder drives
1 out of
hard
6
and finishes. Beautiful move from first half of Game 2. Thunder trying to even up this series after a poor performance in Game 1. Steven Adams, nice bounce
The
back.
screen quickly slipped it, and a beautiful interior pass and delivery by Adams.
And a beautiful drive
When
to
he
the
freezes their
net, no
scoring, they
doubt
must
about it.
be missing a lot as well.
And they didn't start. As Schroeder gets inside, lays it up, and it's Schroeder
A lot.
again.
They're losing by quite a bit. I say quite a bit,
Nick
like
Nurse,
5
the other
points. But, like,
finalist. Gordon, wide
look at
open.
the threes.
All of a sudden, the shot's not
Rebound,
falling, but Covington right there on the foul. Chris Paul, dead on from 3.
Let out a big chuckle, actually tilted his head back and said, well, in the first quarter, things went in and in. Second quarter, things went in and out.
And
Rockets
there
take
is
the most
turnover.
threes in the league, right? Like on average.
Dort
What a
gets
random
that
shot.
one to go in. He could draw some contact.
Come on, man.
Tucker, corner 3. That's
Always
good.
looking for
PJ
that
Tucker,
three, bro.
3
Always.
Conference finals, got hurt, missed the last 2 games in Golden State.
Oh, that's nice.
Advanced to the finals as House throws it down.
That was
It's
amazing.
problematic, then it's up to me to take you out, but you don't stop shooting good shots.
Oh,
Tough shot goes in.
he's falling and he still scores. Come on.
Harden, nice
Oh,
feed
look at
inside.
that. They got
Beautiful
some nice
look
play going,
for
man.
Robert game, and Harden was number 2 this year, regular season. Gilgeous
That pass
Alexander
was
step
so
back.
nice from
That's a
Harden.
3. His second 3-point. Harden backs off Schroeder. No hesitation there, and Dort hits that one. 0 for 5 rebound.
Great job defensively,
This game is
individually and
nice.
collectively for the Thunder.
Gilgeous Alexander, that's
Oh my
3 straight 3-pointers.
Because he can be a liability on the offensive end.
It's crazy to me, like, beforehand, the Rockets were 13-0 in 6 minutes. Now OKC at 11-0 in the last 3 minutes. It's weird how things turn, but that's why I love the sport,
But
man.
he certainly is an elite defender.
Jeff Green.
Two small forwards.
Gilgeous Alexander, a little shake and bake. Way off. Nerlens Noel, the rebound and put back. Oklahoma City team here in the NBA playoffs. Gilgeous Alexander banks it home. And
$10 contract, but if you can shoot, it'll take you a lot further.
Daniel House
Oh,
connects
man.
from 3 in the third. Gallinari shooting over House. He's got Jeff Green is on him. Bad pass stolen by Rivers. Rivers ahead to House, back to Green, up and in.
They got some real nice plays going, man. The link up is nice.
Rivers drives on Nader. Shot blocked.
And is distributing effectively, but how much more aggressive do you want him to be in
No,
the fourth?
he knows the game better than I do, so he'll do what he needs to do.
Floor. Too much on the side right now where the Rockets can load up.
Jeff Green loads up on the 3 and puts it in. Gordon gets into the paint, kicks it out. Daniel House for 3, puts it in. House drives, kicks it out to Tucker. Up top, Austin Rivers for 3. Rebound
Oh,
taken out of the
shit.
hands of Nader.
Oh,
Up and
my.
in. PJ Tucker.
Tucker's going in.
Gordon drives, gets to the rim. Layup is good. Eric Gordon. House to the basket, kicks it out. Green, a corner 3, got it. Jeff Green from downtown, and the lead is
Yeah,
up
that
to
team
the
is
free throw
poor, man.
line.
And how about James
Harden's been
Harden?
relatively quiet, but the other boys are pulling out.
Clapping,
Like, pulling up.
enthusiastic, not sitting there pouting.
Showing up as well.
And
That's
I'll-
leadership.
West
And I'll
is there as
commit
well.
this hard defensively as Dort's left wide open again.
Ends a
Oh,
17
jeez, they got
overall
11-point
Rockets.
lead now. Didn't realize.
Harden back to Jeff Green. Another wide open look. It's good. Jeff Green from downtown. Schroeder connects. His second. Gordon wins it. Shot clock down as Harden banks it home. Just the
That
third.
he feels more comfortable scoring games.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it out. They go up top to Paul. Passes on the three. Drives inside. Banks it home. In double figures scoring. Harden, the shot clock winding down. He's going to have to put it up. Steps back and drills it. Schroeder tried to...
Struggling from the three-point line. Put him in a different position. Put him closer to the basket on his...
Harden, step back three.
Oh, mate, he's coming in now.
It doesn't disrupt.
He's coming in
Harden's
now.
rhythm.
9 of his 19 here in the fourth. Gallinari, another difficult
Yeah, they
KC,
got the spin,
desperately
didn't they?
needing stops here.
8-point lead is still like relatively close.
Eric Gordon kicks it out. Tucker, corner three. That's good. PJ Tucker.
We're going to win by double
I wonder
digits.
who's been at the
That's unbelievable.
sort of highest points and the most assists in this game for the Rockets, man. 'Cause it's been pretty
Gordon,
balanced.
count it. The Rockets, just 7 turnovers. Another important part for them. 2-0 lead in this best of 7 series.
21, yeah, they didn't have many very high scorers. 9 assists and 9 rebounds as well. He had 31. Let me look into Alexander, man. I didn't really pay attention to him. Looking like a Ninja Turtle. The Rockets versus... Wait. Shit. The 20th. Are you mad? Are you crazy? Where the fuck? Oh, it's there. Alexander. He's young as well. He was carrying the Thunder. Well, I say carrying. He was doing bits for them. It's a shame because they did get they ended up losing. Gallinari of 17. He's been I don't actually know much about him, but I know he's been involved in he's involved in all the time. He's just seems to be important when he plays, pretty much like an integral sort of part to their team. I don't know much about him.
Thought we ended the season.
Whatsoever.
Not like how.
I'm gonna wait for the advert. No, it's not that. So Chris Paul with 14-6. So he was relatively quiet as well. Adams with 8. Yeah. Alexander, man, he was a guy for them for sure this game. Schroeder with 13. Rebounds 11 for Adams. So PJ Tucker with 14. 5. So yeah, this was just spread out, man. Everyone in everyone at the starters had over 10 points. It's really interesting how they use a really small squad all the time. Nearly everyone had double digits points. He had 6, but he only played 14 minutes. That's kind of mad. That's really interesting, actually. That's a really interesting approach, but I like it, man. It's different to what other teams do. Using only 3 bench players. That's really surprising, but it's different, man. Maybe it's just how they do it. Or maybe
These past few months, we've done enough video calls, homework.
Maybe it's just because with Westbrook injured, etc. Maybe they just sort of haven't got the players out, and maybe they got other players out as well. But yeah, that's interesting to me. That's a different sort of approach to what usual teams do. Russell Westbrook looking like an angry Ninja Turtle. It's Austin time. Austin Rivers. House has become the Rockets' X Factor. Austin Rivers are subject for the drug test after his dunk. Yeah, that dunk was nasty. A game where Harden scores 21 with Westbrook out and OKC still can't win. The series is over. Exactly, man. Harden isn't performing to what he will do usually. Westbrook's out, and they just show that the points were just spread out around otherwise. Oh my God. And Harden was quiet for the whole game really until the last. He had a few spells here and there, but the last quarter, I'd say he sort of came back in. The fact he was quiet and they were still leading, it just goes to show, man. Before anyone complains about Harden's woeful shooting, his assists were truly great, and he set screens and hustled for his teammates who won his game for him. The Rocket non-MVP players and the bench did great work to look up for all series. But Eric Gordon fighting with the ball, he can't dribble to save his life. 3-point shooting, 0 out of 10. Jesus. Rockets with awful shooting and still won by double digits. The Rockets are scary, man. To great defense. That's what I mean. I saw Harden was 1 out of 6 at one point. I guess it sort of continued with that. The fact that they have poor shooting, they have one of their best players out, another of their best players not performing to his best of abilities, and they're still winning this. This is done, man. Yeah, the Thunder are gone, which is a shame, but the Rockets are good, man. They're very, very good, and I'm intrigued to see how they how they do against I think the next game would be against the Lakers. If the Lakers or Portland, if whoever goes through and if they go through, I think that's the case. That'll be a very good matchup, man. Like to see the Rockets versus the Lakers. Oh my days, that'll be ridiculous. That's going to be a banger, man. I mean, I'm hoping to see that. I'm going to be honest. I would like to see that. I don't know how long that'll be. Probably like 2-3 weeks, most likely. But yeah, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And yeah, this is another banging game. Until next time, like, subscribe, peace.